yes, did I need a drink? You have my gratitude, friend. What? Did you think I'd take your egg and make my escape? Please. It's not good business to steal from your customers, or at least not on your first meeting. But that's enough about that. You sought me not to talk about what makes good business, but what makes good griffins. Let us continue then. Surely you've heard that griffins despise horses. There is some truth to this. Horses are a griffin's meal of choice, and young brazen griffs often fail to notice that they may bear a rider, diving from above with a lack of fear for metal that can easily be mistaken for rage and fury. But griffins don't dine only on horses, no. Deer, sheep, mountain goats, and musk oxen, all of these are fair game for the great griffin. They may also complement their diet with rabbits and other small animals, fish, and the occasional root. Noble though they may be, griffins aren't above eating carrion if fresh meat is unavailable. When they spot prey, they swoop down from the skies with a shrill war cry. Some say that this shows the beast's nobility and honor, for it will never attack without warning. Ha! Deluded fools. They hunt alone or with their mate, though young specimens of more social species may gather in small groups until the mating season. These congregations are often bold, fearless even, and a great danger for any settlement nearby. Lacking wings, Keithongs stalk their prey like great cats do, and either charge them like tigers or pounce like lions, depending on the species. Oh yes, but there are those with wing-like feathers on their forelegs. Yes, those are the exception, hunting in a manner not unlike their winged cousins. As for tactics, some particularly crafty griffins have developed a few to hunt horses without having to face their human masters. The steep Keithong, for instance, will approach its prey from the same direction the wind is blowing, so that it will panic and flee, giving the Keithong a chance of catching it before its masters do. The Crimson Griffin will fly overhead, watchful of its prey, then dive down and mortally wound a horse before flying off. After that, it will simply wait for the humans to leave the beast behind and land again, this time to feast. But it begs the question, if it can just swoop down and make a meal out of a beast like a horse, couldn't it much more easily do it out of a man? I think you know the answer already. Yes, it could. Humanoids are indeed a plausible meal, but hardly worth the effort. They are but skin and bones next to the much more appetizing cattle that often comes with them. They will not hesitate, however, to attack should you enter their territory during the mating season. And let me tell you, my friend, there is nothing as deadly as an angry griffin trying to protect its nest. Being a creature chosen to represent the ideals of nobility, the griffin is monogamous. After the winter solstice, young males will look for a mate for 3 moons, with which they will spend the rest of their lives. A few weeks after mating, the female will lay 1 or 2 eggs. that will take another full month to hatch. Griffin hatchlings are born covered by soft wet feathers and their eyes open. It takes them a couple of days to learn how to walk on their own, and a couple of weeks before they start hunting mice and small birds on their own accord. By then, they will learn to hunt on land from their parents, and a few moons later, they will take to the skies. Teaching your griffin how to fly won't be as hard as you think. No, the real challenge will be for you to get used to flying on its back. First, you'll have to get a special saddle, a task which may prove difficult considering that a griffin is no common steed. I've heard word of a knightly order in the northern kingdoms that ride demigriffs into battle. Perhaps you could seek them out. I also know from personal experience of an elusive, primitive dwarven tribe that trains great white-headed griffins. Earning a dwarf's trust is no small feat. Trust me, I know. Then again, there is no better social lubricant than a bit of gold. Am I right? If flying with a rider is difficult and hard to get used to, flying with reins is downright intolerable. You will have to use your voice and your body, especially your hips, if you have any hopes of steering the beast in the air. And even though it may sound epic to drop into battle while mounting a griffin, do bear in mind that, due to its size, you may be unable to reach your enemies without a spear or polearm, a weapon with a shaft that could easily get in the way of your griffin's wings. When a griffin attacks, it stands on its hind legs to swipe with its claws, or whips its head forward to peck with enough force to break a shield in half. Both moves put anyone riding it at risk. I don't mean to say it's impossible to ride your griffin into battle, only that it is impractical. You shouldn't worry about it trying to escape. Griffins are true to legend regarding their loyalty, though some species are more easily trained than others. The common griffin has brown fur, and its feathers are either black or a deep shade of red. It is the most aggressive towards men, as well as the hardest to tame. It makes its nest on hills and ridges, but swoops down to the plains to hunt, stalking rivers but avoiding dense forests, where the canopy makes flying difficult. The bald griffin, on the other hand, has been trained by giant and dwarf alike for generations. It is usually sociable, being able to peacefully live alongside horses. So long it's well fed, of course. If a creature such as the hippogriff truly existed, it will most likely be descended from the bald griffin. The fastest of all griffins is, undoubtedly, the peregrine. It usually nests on rocky coastal cliffs, where it can catch fish and migrating birds, as well as raid the occasional roc's nest. The Minnow Anapenicus is a kython, meaning it lacks wings, but it's also the fastest of its kind. Native to the Minotaur Islands, this white, lean creature was the pet of kings. Finally, the northern snow griffin, the largest of all. Its great size allows it to take on woolly rhinos, as well as the rare mammoth, though prevents it from flying great distances. Griffins are not the only hybrids with a lion's body, a mismatched face, and a possible pair of wings. A similar but different creature challenges its airborne supremacy in the east. armed with great fangs, as well as either needles or a large sting at the tip of its tail. The manticore is known for guarding emperors and serving demons. But my glamour grows weak, and I must hide from the eyes of men. Seek me out, friend, and when you find me, I may have something new to tell you.